This is the Superordinary Podcast. The following conversations and statements don't represent the views of anyone, and watching and or listening is very strongly discouraged. Superordinary presents the Superordinary Podcast. Please enjoy. Remember, drink more juice.
So in tasting, what we do is we take a small amount right off the top. That's the shortest part
Well,
Welcome.
welcome back, Grandma.
Pleasure to be here.
Welcome back.
How are you?
I'm ready to read the news.
Ready to read the news? Bring it on, SJ.
Welcome to the Superordinary Podcast. Episode 17. Already! There was a big, fat, juicy irony I missed last week that I've just realised.
What was it?
I had a little celebration, right? I had a little celebratory thing. And it was simple. 16 subs. When I hit 16 subs on episode 10, you know, I was drooling, I was sweating. And last week was episode 16. How did I miss Sweet 16 like that? I just feel like that was something. It was something.
Do you change the order? No, it has to be conserved.
This is
too late.
You can't, we need order, people.
What's done is done.
We need order. Now.
But now over 16 hands on.
There's a little thing, yeah.
Right, ready.
16's hand on. Ooh.
Kim Jong is ready to go.
Kim Jong doesn't need rules.
No. Oh.
Does he?
Ugh.
Hey!
I hope he does.
Google it, it's true.
Self-imposed rules.
It's true. So this is what you can look forward to, right? Just a little taste. This is as much for you as for them.
Good.
This is going to be a coastal town reprise.
What do you mean by that?
We might be going out on safari, you know? And maybe the solutions would be a world President Trump. Would it not? So buckle up. Get your feet wet. Get them in. I want to see your feet.
Me too.
Now,
Please.
before
Not enough feet.
the last time we spoke, it was very aquatic.
Yeah. I
We
didn't
were
mind the water, just the frigates. I don't get the frigates.
Get behind a frigate.
No.
Get on a frigate.
Get in front of the
Just
frigate.
get a frigate.
Tugboat.
Hey,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a tugboat, but I just want a frigate. So that was
What are we trying to frigate?
the crusty. What am I trying to frigate? Doesn't you?
Too much.
Right?
These scars run deep.
These scars will not heal.
Battle scars, battleship.
Look, I got scars and I got a ship. I really just admire the beauty of the frigate. There's nothing like putting your feet up on a nice afternoon in a coastal town, looking at a nice big fat frigate floating around. Big flat floating frigate. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's your choice.
Get
that's your taste.
behind it. Get on a frigate. Now, this isn't the episode of the Crusty Sea Dog anymore.
How sad. How sad. He will be missed.
And
Burial at sea.
where did he go?
Thrown into the ocean.
Right.
Is he in several sharks?
Right,
now.
like a naval salute.
Absolutely.
Gun salute.
Or I was thinking...
Maybe it was shot out of a cannon.
No, like Eskimo burial, and I'm sure that I've discussed this like with a colleague earlier this week.
I thought you discussed it with me, where they float them off
They
into
float
the
them
ice.
off, but then it's like you've seen what orcas do to seals. If
Yeah.
they see a seal in
Yeah.
an iceberg, they go up the seal. So like,
Maybe the Crusty Sea Dog's out on an iceberg fighting an orca. I don't know.
in 3 separate sharks, like
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. So I just sort of thought this was episode 17. What?
wow, woo,
What? What a blast. And it's the last episode.
sweet 17.
So-
for now,
So you need to just
for now,
look back at the journey
you will be back
in the
like,
rear vision mirror. You need to think of the good times. Because these have been the good times. These have been the good old days. And you know how they always say, you wish you knew? Well, I'm telling you right now, these are the good old days.
It's like
Now-
what my parents told me before they got separated.
Mhm.
Okay, like
Let me
the
sit
good
you down.
days weren't that good.
Let me sit you down.
But oh man, they're gonna get a whole lot more like rocky from here. Bit more shit from here. Go on.
Now, episode 17. What? Now, just real quick. You might be wondering where the crusty sea dog went. Well, I went on a journey. And you know what? I found myself.
What did you find?
I found myself on my journey. It was interesting.
It's good.
Have you ever found yourself? I found myself, people. And you know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
I like what I see. I mean, I really like what I see.
Yes, it's good to have confidence.
Well, what can I say?
Is that with like the upgraded
When
outfit?
when I found myself, I went, hey, oh, whew, I don't even know if I should look. I'm just sort of like, in fact, I actually have an announcement to make.
Yeah.
For this last pod, I'll have an announcement to make. I'm now actually dating me, right?
I'm not surprised.
Me and me are together. We're together.
I'm proud. I'm happy for you.
And we couldn't be happier.
I mean,
We-
good on you. Yeah.
What?
What the fuck? No.
I complete me.
Yeah. It's good to feel whole.
Right.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd find love like this. And here it was.
Not in front of me, please.
I
I
was-
love like this in private.
I was waiting for me all this time. Me. And here I was.
Yeah.
So that was the beauty of finding yourself. So get out there. Get off your frigate sometime. Maybe get off your frigate. Go on a journey. Because you never know what you might find. And you might find love. And yourself. All in one. Isn't it just one big, juicy, delicious package?
I mean, is the journey ever complete?
I mean, that's a package that I like. That's a package I'm shipping.
Love it.
I'm shipping that package. And I'm receiving it.
OTP. You and you.
I'm receiving it.
Is it forever alone or like just perfect pairing? Ah, dear.
Forever together.
Forever together. Yeah. Slay.
Hey?
Slay.
Hey? Wow.
SJ boss.
SJ Boss.
SJ boss.
What's the boss?
I don't know. There's like gatekeep.
You've missed an episode, so you don't get the boss.
Oh, I don't get the.
We got the boss, people. We got the hot, fresh Fukushima boss.
Apparently so. And
We did.
saved all the saucy stuff for when I'm not here.
We
Like,
did.
I get warships. You get journeys of
Look,
self-discovery.
I never said, like, it wasn't too saucy. I was just sort of like, I'm out there on a ship and a seaman had a peg leg. That's all I'm saying. And I don't know what you do with a peg leg. But let's
Best
just...
scenario. God,
let's
please.
just- come on. My seaman had peg legs.
Granny's
Now,
happy. Granny will take anything.
see, now you're on
I'm
board.
old.
Now you're like, get me on that frigate.
Now I'm on the frigate. Okay.
Come on, Grandma.
I've seen it walking around, and them old people, they have like no shame. They got the
Oh.
50 Shades of Grey. They got the spatula in the toes. Like the standard is so low. If there's a crusty sea dog frigate and a peg leg, they're on board. Okay. Sign me up.
I mean, sign me. I'm already on board.
Absolutely.
I'm already on the frigate.
While you're still mobile.
So,
I've got such a good innate sense of humor. Yes, sir.
how good? We're out on the sea. One must time things very well.
Yeah.
One must feel the senses, the universe.
Tell by
In
the
fact,
sound.
I'm going to crack my big, delicious Milky Boy.
Oh.
And actually, while we do that, let's get you a bit primed. Let's get you in the world. So this is super ordinary, baby.
Yeah.
Super ordinary. I know last time you weren't necessarily on board with the frigate.
Okay.
You're sort of like, I get it. It's a frigate. But you're like, I don't get it. It's a frigate.
That was
Now-
a private conversation done with the microphone on. Invasion of privacy.
I put it at the end.
Kim would be so proud.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I watched all the way through. And it was a little bit painful. Like, I don't love myself as much as you love you. But I guess that's like something to
How can I
aspire to.
not love myself when I'm this massive?
Huge.
I'm huge.
Yeah.
I just, there's so much there.
And so fancy
There's so
today,
much there.
too. Fancy for Sweet 17 special.
but you didn't say last week. Now, so as we're just going to go ahead, I got some things I want to say. Just get in. I got some things I need to say. But, before we do, while I'm
Okay.
talking, these are for you. This is
Okay.
your primer, right? These are the things you can think about. I just want you to think about it and bring it up however you want.
Okay.
Isn't that a nice thing? Isn't it a nice thing? Now, as you may have remembered, I don't know that I ever actually mentioned, but I was actually beaten
Yeah.
as a small child.
Again.
I was beaten so bad. I mean, I was beaten blue. I was bruised.
The
I was
coastal
bruised.
town. Is that shook up enough, buddy?
Are you saying I'm shook?
I'm so shook.
Are you shook? What'd you say about a coastal town then?
Coastal town.
What'd you say about a coastal town?
Prompt that I've been given here.
Ooh!
The beauty of coastal town children.
Yeah, what about it?
And I'm not sure how.
What about it?
What is this statement?
Well, maybe if you want to say anything.
Is it their sun-kissed skin?
Ooh.
Is this? I don't
Is it playing by the beach next to like a moonlit lake?
I don't want to look at children playing at the beach. Honestly,
is it
like
the
your
beauty-
eyes skate past them.
Is it the beauty of having coastal town children? I don't know. Now, moving on.
You're like, let's can it now, because I'm like, red flag. This man is looking at the coastal town children. Don't let him near them, okay? Like,
I'm a crusty sea dog.
can I actually
I'm
give
out
you,
at
like,
sea.
a restraining order for going to the beach? I know it's like not 500 meters from the school, but if he comes up and he's like, I don't know,
I forgot.
coastal town children. Oh,
Now
like,
look.
can you ban him from the beach? Okay. And if the sea levels rise and the beach comes to him, you just drown him. Like, don't let him near those coastal town children.
Why do I give you a prompt and that's where you take it?
I
right?
don't know.
That's where you take it.
I don't look at the children in the coastal town. I look at them with this, like,
Hey, that's what you thought
a
of.
sneer.
That's what you thought of.
Because when grandma goes out, she wants it to be a school holiday. She doesn't want to see no children around, okay? To see children around is like, it's like you've gone out at a bad time.
Listen, Grandma.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Grandma.
I'm listening,
I
son.
got something to say.
What?
The village people have arranged.
Okay.
They've arranged a coastal town wedding.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, beach wedding.
They've arranged a coastal town wedding.
Not a beach wedding.
I mean, well, there's beaches.
Yeah.
It's a coastal town. Aren't coastal towns beautiful things?
Yes. Do you like beaches?
I mean, beaches be whack.
Yeah.
Beaches be crazy. Now,
Yeah.
I just sort of felt like, look, I had my heart broken in a coastal town. Now, I just think the coastal town, it's quaint. You drive around, I'm like, it's quaint.
Yeah.
Full.
Like Kiki's delivery
I yell
service
out the
when
window, quaint,
Quaint.
quaint. People don't really get it.
No.
Anyway, I'm checking, how do I get out of this coastal town arranged marriage? How do I do it?
So you don't like sand?
Do I?
So it's, what is it? And it gets everywhere.
Yeah. Sand. Right.
First you tell her that you don't
Hey,
like
bro-
sand, and then she's worried that you're gonna fucking choke her using the force. Like, don't like sand, domestic violence.
What do you mean her?
Her.
Anyway.
Oh.
Anyway.
Self.
I didn't say anything.
Belt.
All I said was that it was an arranged marriage. I didn't say
Okay.
anything. You're the one
That's
that's
alright.
making assumptions. I haven't been there. It hasn't been arranged yet.
Why would you want to scare him away then?
It's been arranged.
Proceed with the marriage, I say.
Anyway, the only excuse I could come up with,
Mm-hmm.
assuming as you couldn't come up with one other than sand, I was just sort of like, look guys, Look, guys.
creamy white skin is gonna get burnt.
Look, guys.
Yeah.
I get the whole marriage thing, but unfortunately, I've made a little booking. I've made a booking, you see. I'm already going on a little safari. I've booked a safari.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going out, and I want to see hyenas. I want to see a hyena. I don't want to get married to some arranged village person. I want to see a hyena. And I found myself. But why? What do you think? Anyway, they're not buying it.
Not buying it. Okay. What is it about hyenas specifically?
They're not on board. They're not buying it. I don't know. It's like I don't know, the laugh. I don't know how they do it.
Get married in Cape Town.
Hey.
Like,
Are you the one arranging this marriage? Why am I?
I would.
Stop arranging it. See, arrangements can be cancelled,
Maybe a
people.
very pink wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Grandma going to come to the Cape Town arranged wedding?
Grandma's gonna be there.
Grandma going to be there. Grandma going to see that. Grandma going to be like, yeah, that right, boy. That right. Now,
Grandma gonna be the celebrant.
they keep telling me, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you're going to be the celebrant?
Yeah.
Or do you have something to say?
Oh. I forgot about the dot points that you gave me.
Well,
But
do you have something to say? Do you have something to say?
second dot point.
Well, it's up to you.
This is
Like,
the
I
only
don't.
way that I'm gonna bring it up.
It's
But
up to you.
psychedelic giraffe pirate. This is what I have to go. This is what I have to go. I suppose while we're on the topic of hyenas, seeing as like I'm so boring and I keep making this about getting restraining orders or being a celebrant, like forcing him into this stale arranged marriage now in Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore denying you the opportunity to see
get
the
out there.
hyenas.
Right.
Giraffe. Giraffe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Psychedelic giraffe pirate.
Psychedelic giraffe pirate.
It's a good time to bring it up.
Yeah.
It's a good time to bring it up.
What is a good time to bring it up?
Right now.
And why?
Well, you see, the thing is with the psychedelic giraffe pirate,
Yeah.
the village people, they're not buying this whole safari thing.
Okay.
Okay? They keep telling me, okay, that, well, the answers, they say the answers to life aren't at the bottom of a giraffe.
We're at the top of the giraffe. There's a lot of giraffe to go around.
They're not. But the answers are in the beautiful sanctimony of an AIDS-enforced village marriage. It's the oldest story in the book. This is a village people arranged marriage, people.
So are you the
It's an
construct-
AIDS-enforced village people marriage.
Are you the construction
Have you never
worker?
been in one of them?
No.
Have you never been in one of them?
No.
Well, I have, and I am. I'm deep into an AIDS-enforced village person marriage. Now, it wasn't easy, but that's where I am.
You're compatible at least. Is it just you and you?
No, they're not on
You're
board
like
with my journey of
A ring on
self-discovery.
each finger.
That's right.
No?
And I'm the best man. No, look, I'm
Oh.
both wedding parties.
Both wedding
I'm
parties.
the celebrant.
You're that fat. You're that big.
Oh.
You're that huge. That
Look, when I said I'm massive, people wept. People got emotional, and I know it's difficult because I am massive. I massive, right? I'm massive.
chunky.
But I'm not necessarily orb. I'm not orb-like. I mean, I'm freaking huge. I'm a beefcake. That's what I am. I'm a beefcake. Now, if you're not on board with this cake,
Just a steak cake. Layers
it's
of
beef.
steak. I'm sure I've seen that before.
how many
Isn't it?
C's? I'm talking.
7.
It's a cake. Now, just listen and be one with the cake.
Yeah.
It's a good cake.
Yeah. Are we gonna have a cake for the going away party?
This
should've
is
brought
the
a-
going away
We
party.
should have brought a cake today.
This is the final episode.
If
people.
you're giving me any
This
notice
is the sinking ship. It's the final episode.
before we get married.
Bye bye. No, this is it.
To a
Now-
coastal child.
No, listen. Look, I'm going. I don't know. Maybe the burial of a coastal town.
Yeah.
I don't know. Burial at a coastal town. I don't know. It's the final
Ooh.
episode. Now, and just get your
Beautiful cemetery.
tug your dinghy. Now look,
Yeah. Good.
it wasn't easy.
No.
Listen, people. It wasn't easy.
What wasn't easy?
Did you just ask me what?
What wasn't easy?
Ooh. it's hard. Oh, it's hard. Now, it wasn't easy,
Okay.
but I got out there. I got on safari, people.
Beautiful.
Woohoo.
What were the highlights of safari?
It's funny you'd ask.
Because
The thing actually with safari is it's a little off.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you go on it? Would you go on it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
Everyone does that. I mean, would you go on safari? And they're like,
well, I've been on a very sanitized safari, like not real safari.
the zoo.
Yeah, just a zoo safari.
Yeah.
Riding the bikes around, like rip my shorts 10 minutes into it and then look fucking disgusting the rest of the time. Riding the bike around the zoo, sweating. But it was good.
It was good.
Yeah, night safari was good.
No, I'm out in the
yeah.
wild. I'm out, and like animals are eating each other.
Yeah,
They're ripping each other apart. It's wild.
it happens in the street too.
It's wild. I mean, it's just like the hobos in the park.
Yeah, pigeons.
It's the same thing. I mean, that's a safari.
The pigeons always cop it.
What's the difference? I mean, you walk through a footpath in the night, and you'll see a bunch of hobos ripping each other apart, and it's like, look at that up on the hill.
Profound.
A wild hobo.
It's a concrete jungle.
And
out there, you could say.
they're getting defensive over like the water fountain. It's like the water hole.
Yeah.
The real big hobos are like the buffalo. And they're going down into the water hole, or the hippos. And you're like, look at that.
Are there many
Look at
big
that hobo.
homeless people? I don't
Oh,
know.
there's some big ones. There's some big ones. There's some big ones. Oh yeah.
Maybe I just don't pay enough attention.
Oh well, I'm out
That's
there,
such a horrible thing to
I do
say.
guides. I do homeless person guides in the city. I'm like, we meet, and we walk, and I say, these are blah blah blah. They've been here for 12 months, and don't look at them too close. And I give warnings, and I keep them back. I keep the people, coerced and safe because it's part of my duty. Don't hassle the wildlife. Don't feed.
That's so
Don't
mean.
feed the wildlife.
No.
Definitely don't donate to the wildlife, let me tell you.
So mean.
Do not donate. Now, no matter what they say, I mean, they tell you a lot of stories, and all I'm saying is, don't feed the wildlife.
I put my foot down. No, that's so fucking mean. Oh my god.
I've had a few people
No,
say that
I
on my
would-
tours.
Yeah, I would.
And you know what I do to them?
It irks me like how anyone no.
You know what I
Off the
say to
top,
people who say this on my
no.
tours?
No.
I say two words.
Leave the homeless alone.
I say two. I don't say
Leave
that.
them alone.
I don't say that.
You don't got nothing nice.
No, of course
to
I
say.
don't disrupt.
Oh my
I don't
God.
disrupt the wildlife.
No,
Now look,
they're
I say
people.
two
Oh my
words
God.
to people on my tours like you. You know what it is?
I'm gonna send you on a
Do you know what it is?
frigate, okay?
Yeah,
Fucking
send me away.
Shoot you into
Yeah, send me
space
away.
for that
But
horrible.
what do I say to these people on my tours?
I don't want to know.
I want to tell you.
What?
Simple. Two
Am
words.
I going to be disappointed
No,
if I
you'll
can?
love
If
it.
I can
Simply-
like, refute what you're saying?
Zip it. Two words. No refunds. Now, the other thing is you've got that safari, but an African safari, not an urban homeless person safari, an African
Somehow,
safari.
after that spiel, I feel like this is just going to be profoundly racist, and
Well, we can try.
we disagree. No,
Let's try and get there.
to space.
Let's try and get
Go
there.
to space.
We'll get to space.
Shoot you into
Now,
Straight into the sun.
out on safari. I'm a crusty old safari lion.
yeah.
Nah.
Everyone wants to be the lion, but realistically, like we're all the fucking I don't know.
Nah, not real.
What's the one that pops up? The meerkat. Yeah.
No.
Everyone wants to be the wolf or the lion.
no.
We're all slimy little tortoises or meerkats.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
but in reality, I'm actually
Yeah.
still a sea dog.
Yeah.
I'm not still a sea dog, no doubt.
Yeah.
But, this sea dog in safari, this is different. I mean, I'm on a different vessel.
Yeah. I thought you liked your vessel.
No, but when I'm on safari, my vessel, right? My vessel is a 4-wheel drive full of fat, sweaty Americans.
Yeah.
And they are just gazing out at the land, just dreaming of eating the roaming beauty of the African wild. What do you think of that?
I wouldn't touch
That's
it.
what I'm trapped with,
It's
people.
not deep fried. They wouldn't
Well,
want
they don't
it.
care.
They wouldn't want
They're
it.
like, look at that. Oh my, I could eat that.
Only if it's been past, like, pureed.
They're looking at the water hole and their mouth is the water hole. I mean, that thing it's dripping. They're just, ugh. And they're like asking the guys, like, what do we have to do to shoot one of these? And they're like, oh, well, you know, if they are aggressive, we may have to defend ourselves. And they're like, hey, land. And they're like chucking rocks. Hey, land. Trying to get the line to like do something so that they shoot it.
What is
and then
that
he's like,
thing
he's
where-
like, but what if we shoot one of them lines, then what are we going to do with it? We going to eat it? It's like, so we going to eat it? We don't want to let it go to waste now. We don't want to let that
What's
line
that
go
thing
to
where
waste.
it's
I want to
like
eat that line.
people saying, oh, I feel threatened.
Yeah.
And they're always like,
Oh, yeah, I stand
feel
my
threatened.
ground.
I feel threatened.
Stand
and
my
if
ground.
you feel threatened, then you can defend yourself.
Well, you got to stand your ground. If that lion, you know, he has no right to do whatever. I mean, that lion, he may be
That baboon.
500 meters away and have lifted his head up, but that's an act of aggression. And if I say, done. And if you're going to shoot the lion, why not eat it? Just eat it, people. Look, this is what the Americans said on my tour. I'm a crusty sea dog on a safari with some sweaty Americans. And I was just a bit like, look, I eat the seafood at the sea when I'm a crusty sea dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, people, do we really need to eat the beautiful wildlife in Africa?
Who is eating it? I mean, people like...
I think his name was like Herbie Jr. or something.
Herbie?
Oh, Herbie.
I don't know what your sources are.
I was on a tour. And Herbie Jr. was getting a little hungry.
Okay.
I mean, he brought 15 kilos of ribs, but about after 10 minutes, he was done. He's like, all right, I'm eating my rib now. I'm eating my rib. I had a kilo of yogurt. Ooh, that hyena looks good. Herbie wants some of that. Herbie don't want a piece of that. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, calm down. He's like, you know, I'm like, whoa, shit. You know?
Oh, gosh.
He just made noise at the thought of telling him he can't eat, and the saliva and it knocked my captain hat off. I'm like, what? You know, I'm out here on safari to get away from AIDS-induced village person marriage, and is it worth it?
Did you save the cap? A hat?
Yeah.
Was it a captain hat or a cap?
I mean, it fell on the ground and it was a bit stinky, but it, you know.
Perfect. Yeah.
Now,
I'll be like, back to that. People having like payments, like wherever you go. Like that's where I wanted to take a little bit. I wanted to be like fundamentally mean opinion, but also like the only
but
thing,
very true, accurate,
No.
and fair.
the only thing that gets
A
me,
great observation. Hey,
I'm gonna
I could donate.
feed this to you.
I could
No.
donate 5%
No.
of the proceeds from the homeless tours to the homeless. Obviously, I can't completely help them because they need to stay homeless so that I have tours. But look, you know, I can always have like a system to get people homeless, so I have wildlife.
I feel like people already have that job. Okay,
Yeah.
there's already a system.
You're talking about the system.
There's systems
The
to
system.
get people homeless.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Or maybe not homeless, but just to keep us destitute enough that we're like scraping by.
Bedding.
Yeah.
There's many systems.
So many systems. I feel like it's an oversaturated market for doing that kind of thing.
What were you going to say about payments?
Payments, I was going to be
Come
like,
on, Grandma.
okay, stop hurting the homeless.
Nah.
Stop hurting the homeless.
Nah,
You never
nah.
know when you're going to get fucking...
All I'm saying is late at night when I want to get
My-
home, I may just have to not slow down. That's all I'm saying.
So mean. But I
That's
was
why
just
you
gonna
have a
say,
bull
like,
bar.
The only thing that gets me, and again, it's not like homeless specific. It's
Like
just like
homeless
people
crossing
having
ahead.
Cash App or whatever, like wherever they go, so you can't escape donating. People like cornering you for money or for donations, and it's like they see this tired. I don't know whether we have collars.
Disheveled.
It's blue collar, like the disheveled one.
I'm wearing a white collar.
Are we like? I don't have a collar.
I'm wearing a
I'm-
white collar.
I'm just like haggard and decrepit and
Oh, yeah,
underpaid, and then you like roll up, and then people are like, donate for mental health, and I'm like,
They're like, give me money.
give
I'm
me
like,
money,
dude.
and I'm like, oh,
I'm out here like trying to get some.
oh, yeah.
What I'm doing.
I have no money, and when has this service ever helped me ever?
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I'm like, where is this going? And people cornering you like in the shops, or like at the counter, so that your money can go into like a bulk donation, and they're like, donate for healthcare workers or donate for and I'm like looking so haggard and so tired. No one asks you how your day is anymore. They're just like, they corner you and they've got a phone or they've got whatever.
So would
If you
you
don't-
not like to be there with a cattle prod and just be like, they're like, just
No, it's so internalized.
You don't want to do that?
It's so internalized that
You want to
I
knock
just-
them down?
I want to cattle prod myself to unconsciousness.
Oh.
So I don't have to deal with the situation. That's the thing. You
That's a
can't
bit
act out. You're just like,
It's a bit mean.
yeah.
Poor grandma, you got to stand up for yourself, grandma.
Grandma is like, can grandma just like taser themselves into
Grandma,
a heart attack
Does
so they can
Does no one not
leave?
have your back, grandma? Come on,
No.
you need to have your back.
I need to find myself
This
and
is
love myself
the sinking ship.
and turn my anger like
It's the final one.
outwards.
It's the final pod.
Final one?
Final pod.
Are we up there? Taser
Now-
is too dark.
What do you want to talk about? Going to space with some sort of psychedelic giraffe on a frigate?
Yeah.
All I know.
And can you be a space captain if you don't have a hat?
You want to go to space.
What if the giraffe is wearing the hat? Is the giraffe the captain of the space frigate?
You want to go to space.
Yeah.
Let's go to space.
Anti-gravity.
Before we go to
suspend.
space. Ooh, they don't work up there.
They
Now,
don't work.
They don't work.
That's why we can't start space colonies.
We need artificial gravity, people.
Absolutely.
Now, well, actually, I
need,
think
like,
they work, but the process
centrifugal
doesn't.
force.
They do work. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it can be done.
to reproduce
You got to flick
in
it. So it's like,
space.
woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
No, it can be done, but the
Well, that's the principle of like orbit, isn't
the
it?
lack of gravity prevents certain things. Now,
Yeah.
Imagine-
I mean,
ooh, it does.
you never know.
No, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
What videos have you been watching?
I'm like massive brain. I'm out there like learning about the universe, and I'm
Yeah.
like, can you, Anyway,
Do astronauts
imagine.
have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Do they?
I mean, they're just up there like constantly like, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, people. They haven't been able to. Yeah. Now, all right. Before we, let's go to space. Let's go to space. Episode 17. It's the final one. Who
Yeah.
cares? It's the final one.
To
now,
the moon.
imagine if you moved a herd of American tourists
Yeah.
into an African village. Jeez.
I thought this was going to be like Space Noah's Ark and it's going
We'll
somewhere
get there.
else.
We'll get
Okay.
there. Right? They think there's a food shortage now. Right? It'd probably take like 20 minutes of misguided American orbs, gyrating and sort of slowly panning out through the village. And then one of them realizes, there ain't no McDonald's here. Ain't no McDonald's. My God.
I feel like there's a quick and logical fix.
Yeah, they have a very quick fix. About 20 minutes after they find there's no Maccas, they start eating the African villages.
I was going to say African villages rise up.
No.
Well, the villages are quick.
I mean, they rise up, but they get eaten.
No, the villages are quick. I feel like
You can't. I mean, this is a herd.
the tourists
This
will
is
be
a
like
herd.
outnumbered, overpowered, and
Not outnumbered.
not have the stamina.
Now you got like 50 people in a village.
Just
You're
get the
dropping off like 10 buses of
Get the
America. I mean, this is
spears.
like
No.
this is cattle, and these are cattle. They'll be trying to kill. They'll be like trying to kill 10 of them, and then there'll be like 10 others behind them eating them. They're gone. They're gone.
My bets are on the other team, honestly. Like, I think that the villagers would win this fight.
But let's make this scenario weird.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you not want to make that
What?
scenario weird?
Was it not already?
Look, on this evening's podcast, we have some news to bring you. Just think about this, people. Imagine you put this situation. You got the Americans, you got the village people, right?
Yeah.
African village people, whoa, easy.
They're like, not again.
Yeah, not again. You
They know what these fuckers are up
get
to.
you heard
They're
them.
gonna win. Yeah.
The whole thing, the whole situation, like even the little huts and like the sand and the Americans like eating people,
No.
and you put that whole thing in like a big pod, big dome pod thing,
Okay.
right? And then you just whoop like that and just shoot it into space.
Sadly, you're just recreating America.
Just shoot it
Like,
into
in
space.
space.
No, you're recreating you're recreating an American tourist herd pushed into an African village. Then you're shooting it into space. And so you got them floating around up there. I'm so hungry. He's like, oh, yum,
Why would you have
yummy.
To, no, why
Yum,
would
yum,
you have
yum.
to sacrifice the people? Why couldn't you just shoot the other, put people in orbs in orbit without
So
sacrificing villages?
just imagine that scene. What do you call that? What would you say that scene is?
I get a feeling that you've already brainstormed something and I'm not going to like it.
Just tell me, what do you think? I would say this is just floating around, right?
Yeah.
In an American tourist cannibal village death pod.
That sounds nicer than anything I could think of, honestly.
Isn't that the dream, people?
Sure.
Isn't that the dream?
When's their next show?
An American African cannibal death pod.
What genre would you say?
Why there's this? Yeah, you could stream it. You could
Yeah.
live stream it.
I
But the
was
only problem is
thinking-
there'll be like an ant farm in space. They're gonna run out of Africans.
An alien ant
So
farm?
you're gonna have to it could just be American tourist death camp pod or something. Death pod. Cannibal death pod. American tourist cannibal death pod. And so maybe it's like a season. And you probably have 10 episodes a season.
Like-
First episode is African villages. And so they shoot them up and they put them in the pod. And it's like a habitat. And it's like, now let's see how the Americans behave with African villages. And you see them like sort of come out and sort of test the waters. They start eating them. That's interesting, right? That's interesting, and that's the first episode. And you're like, I don't mind this show. And you're sitting there, you're like, that was an interesting show. And then the next week, you're like, this week, American tourist death pod cannibal yum yums. You're like, oh, what are they going to do this week? It's like last week you had African villages. This week, the homeless. And so they gather up some more and shoot them up, put them in the habitat, and the Americans come out, they've still got a bit of African villager hanging out their mouth, and they're sort of like, oh, damn, look at that. I like to look at them rags. Them rags are making me so salivate. I want to put them on the fire. They're going to add some nice crusty flavor. I want to get them juices up in them rags. Ooh, I can taste the street. You know what this is? You know what I just then call this? I call this street food. This is street
Whose
food.
nipples are rolling?
I like me some street food.
He's tweaking the live and the laugh. Oh god.
But do you like that? Street food. Now,
Oh my god.
maybe you have that episode that eat the homeless.
Yeah.
What do they do the third week? You've started such a strong show. You're out there in space. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How do you follow up? It's so hard sometimes to just follow up. You do a good show. How do you follow it up?
I know, I'm failing you here. Oh, I don't know.
You're kidding it. You're
What?
killing it. Now, what do you do?
I know.
No,
I'm not sure.
You don't. There's no.
You lost me. I'm like, you're basically...
Okay. Maybe episode 3.
You're proposing what Germany and Russia have already failed to do.
Yeah, but this
In
is
space,
different.
they're like,
But this is in space and it's televised, so this time it'll work.
So it's good.
Now, I think the third time they could send up some iPhone factory workers. That'd be a good third episode. It would be a good follow up. Yeah.
Aren't they tortured enough already?
Well, they haven't been eaten by American tourists, so they got that going for
Who
them.
deserves to be eaten?
Well, I don't know that anyone deserves to be eaten.
Overpaid government workers?
Well, let's say so.
Who
Maybe
who gets paid to feed things into the fax machine and that's all they do as a job?
what's the moral
and
of
they
this
get
story,
paid like
right?
$50,000. Like, why not
What would be a good outcome if you're morally a little bit, oh, maybe this isn't nice. What would morally maybe put this show, the season ends on episode 10 and it ends on a note where you're like, actually, you know what? At the end, it's all been worth it. What would that do for you? What would sell the Cannibal Space Pod show for you?
Nona's fighting.
Yeah. Nona's could be episode 4, but what is going to sell it morally?
God.
I reckon, you know what? The episode 10 ends with the pod just going straight into the sun. And all them Americans just gyrating, getting all sweaty. It's getting a little hotter than Texas in here. You got any leftover African villager? You know what I mean? And it's just the pod, they're all looking for food and the pod just goes into the sun.
Do you see them frying crispy right before a feed cuts out?
Yeah.
Turn into
I reckon just before the feed cuts out,
Big
you see them considering eating each other.
nugget.
Maybe the final scene is the final gorge, where they gorge on each other.
It's like a scene from hell.
Yeah, it's just the commentary, because there's been sweet.
Is it Goya or whoever who does all the really macabre painting?
Yes.
his Black Period or whatever.
I think
it was.
so. But there's been.
Like a scene from hell.
Right.
Everything is just
I could see it.
eating itself and digesting itself.
Yeah.
Things are getting ripped apart.
You
That
can
basically-
imagine it.
yeah,
You've got the final shot. It's the sphere of
Literal
the
hell
sun.
now. Yeah.
It's the dome of the glass looking out at space and the sun. And it's got that that distortion. And the commentary ends. So the whole show has had commentary. It's been funny and interesting. No. All you hear is gnashing. chewing, digesting, wrestling, scuttling, and fighting. That's all you hear.
Who's doing
right?
the scuttling?
They
don't have the dexterity to scuttle anymore.
They're sort of like,
the limbs.
they're scuttling over each other,
it's
trying to
more
eat
like-
each other because they're sort of like both eating each other at the same time.
A
Like,
slap and slide.
if you eat quicker than the other one, they're going to die first and you'll get to eat more. And you got that final scene and it's just them all bloody and just eating each other in the sun and in the window and the glass and space, and it's just hurtling towards a final like oblivion.
Why does that
And
sound
then-
like so existential?
And then it's
No.
like bang and it ends and the credits roll with just like sweet piano. And that's when you get a freaking Academy Award, people. Why don't people fund my ideas? Fund my ideas. Now,
I feel like a couple of problems with it, but I don't know.
there's nothing wrong with it. It was a little bit iffy, but then morally it corrected itself at the end.
At some point, it's like, I don't know.
Critics are calling it like, wow, that was interesting.
The Time Traveller, or at least the movie adaptation, where it's like you go far enough in the future and the world is just getting swallowed by the sun, except you've exclusively made everyone fat. So it's like Time Traveller meets Wall-E, meets like Cabin in the Woods, where you're doing your little social experiment, meets profoundly problematic and racist.
Racist?
Nothing
racist.
Is it not racist?
This is racist towards Americans. Is that even a race?
I suppose so.
Nah, they're not real.
Glorified
America
Brits,
doesn't exist.
like subset of colonialism and different side of the world to us, I guess.
Alright, so this is what? This is the final section of the final pod.
Yeah. Where do we go from here?
Where have we been? We were talking about a beautiful little idea. And it led to sort of a reflection of, is America real? Let's say it is.
Have you ever
Let's
been
say it
there?
is. I haven't.
No.
Have you?
No.
Well, then it's not real.
How do you know it's real?
How do you know? No one actually knows.
It's an idea.
Not even Kim.
It's a culture.
Kim doesn't even know.
No.
Now,
I'm sorry.
big, beautiful Kim.
He's really been covered up.
Have you got anything on there you might want to say? I was just sort of thinking about Donald J. Trump. Imagine, what would your thoughts be if we unified the world? We brought everyone together and everyone lived harmoniously under beautiful, peaceful, powerful reign. What do you think about that?
Problematic.
You'd have one flag. You'd have one song. You could just go where there's no passports. Imagine. Has anyone ever said that? Imagine. It's not that hard to do.
Putin? Is that you? That's what he's trying for.
It's not that hard to do.
Peace
Imagine
at what
there
cost?
is no religion. Right?
John Lennon?
Nothing to live or die for. Thank you.
Wow.
You finally got it.
Oh, I got
Now-
it. It took a while.
There is an
See, but isn't there a fine line then between Putin and John Lennon?
Well, I mean,
Could they be the same person?
ooh,
Maybe.
John Lennon really lost a lot of hair. Now,
Yeah.
is
He can
there?
ride bears now.
Oh yeah.
And his roads are shit, but he
Bareback.
wants to rule the world. I don't know.
Uh oh.
Go on.
Now-
Bad cars.
Uh oh.
But maybe because no one wants to send cars there.
Bad cars.
Because they keep fucking invading
Look,
everyone.
is it a good
Next
idea?
It's like you're on the desk next to Putin and it just keeps sliding over, you
Yeah.
know? And at first you're like, okay, your paper's on my desk, but I don't mind, I suppose, because I don't want to kick up a fuss, okay?
Yeah.
And there's that kid who just keeps fucking sliding over until eventually they're almost on your lap. And then they crush you to death. And then they're taking up 2 desks. And the teacher's like, oh, it's just that kid. But we don't want to start a fight, otherwise he's going to fucking throw a shit fit and flip his desk.
This is like
and throw all
literally-
his pens over the room. And then you sit a new kid next to him, okay? There's a new kid like down the table.
Little Hitler.
And he's just like, nah, nah. And he keeps moving over.
Robot
and
chicken.
Eventually, yeah,
Little Hitler.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. He's like the fucking desk.
I want the
hog.
Austrian boy's desk too.
Oh.
No, Little Hitler, you got it, yeah.
No.
It just
Really?
takes
Is that
it.
already
It's a thing.
It's a thing? You see?
Now,
We're all the
but
same.
the
We
thing,
all have the same
we're all
ideas.
the same. The
We're
world,
all the same.
world's a big, beautiful place. Let's all make it one. And you know, there's
Yeah.
actually a way to do that would work. There's a big, beautiful way to do that.
Firing us into the sun?
No, I just think we should maybe just propose an idea. Imagine
You didn't like your proposal.
Imagine president of the world. Introducing the leader of the world. Donald J. Jeb. And he's like walking out. And he's like, I'm proud to say we've done it. We have won. The world is won.
Be like JFK.
We need to build a wall.
But everyone
a space
will be
wall.
A space wall. What does that entail? We just build like a new ozone layer.
Earth first.
Earth
Earth first.
But then he would have
Other
to.
politicians don't put Earth first. I am going to put Earth first. Donald J. Jeb.
Maybe more people would like him if that's what he said.
Is that not a good idea?
But then he'd have to view all people as just being the same and equal.
Earth has a big problem. Okay.
Which one?
I think Mexico is bringing Earth down. It's bringing Earth down. You know, it's a big, beautiful. I love all of Earth, all the states of Earth,
Except
including
Mexico?
including Mexico. But it's a bad state. It's a shitty state. We need to fix it. Donald J. Trump has assigned the immediate nuclear cleaning of Mexico. We're gonna rebuild. It's gonna be built by Trump. It's gonna be Mexico by Trump. Every building will be
A hotel.
Trump.
A
Trump.
Trump tower.
We're gonna build a big, beautiful. You know, because he's now talking about building cities.
No, but they're all Trump towers.
There's Trump towers.
That's again hell. How have you created like
Maybe it reaches.
hell on the space orb, hell on Earth?
Right.
Everyone has to like wear orange foundation.
Renames Earth to like Planet Trump.
Planet Trump. Oh my god. Only one shade of foundation and it's orange.
Mercury,
Only Solarians.
Venus, Trump,
Dream.
Mars, Jupiter. Yeah?
It's like everyone just gets loaded on a conveyor belt like it's spray tan into the solarium.
You need to put on some weight.
Shave your
You
head.
need a nice big beautiful red tie.
Put on the toupee.
Get the hair.
Get to work.
Here's your state-funded hairspray. Yeah, and you'll go.
You fired.
You're fired.
As soon as you get too old and like the tan stops sticking, as soon as it doesn't go on the creases, you just go into the fire. Again, it's hell. I don't know.
Maybe Mexico could be
Who's gonna work?
the destination.
Who's gonna work at Trump Tower if he goes and
Who's
like,
gonna pay for
annihilates-
it?
Oh.
Who's gonna pay for it?
And why the Mexicans specifically?
Who's gonna pay for it?
The Mexicans
Mars.
are nice.
Mars will pay.
Yeah. Elon Musk up on
There's
Mars.
one big problem
What?
with Earth. We've fixed Mexico, but we still have China. People. We still have China.
I thought he liked China.
Where do we get? I love China.
He says he
I
loves
love
everywhere, but
I love it.
he actually like hates
I love
everything.
China, but China. A little virus. That little virus. Very bad. Some people call it, I call it China virus, because it's from China. Turns out it is. It turns out it is. Shock horror. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see it coming.
Have any viruses originated in America? Though?
I could set up a big, beautiful website. You know what it would say? I could be a tour guide. Oh my god. I could set up I could be a travel agent. I could set up a travel website. Because everyone loves travel.
Is this going to be constructive or is it going to be?
Everyone loves travel.
Yay!
And you love travel?
Love travel.
And you love the travel? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what was your favourite thing?
Yeah, where do you
What
like
was your favourite
stop
moment?
molesting him?
No, but anything like that, it's
You're
like
never going to be allowed to.
You go like 10 minutes down the road on holidays or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Leave
or,
him.
You go, or you go on the other side of the planet. It doesn't matter where you go. You know, everyone
Yeah.
go. What was your favorite moment?
What's your favorite?
What was your favorite thing?
People ask
What
shitty
was
generic
it?
questions because that's their
What
gateway.
was it?
But that's their gateway to telling you about their favorite moment.
Oh, and it's like,
And like,
what was the highlight? Ooh.
ooh, it's
Anyway,
one, I didn't catch it.
I could set up a big, beautiful travel agent.
What's your favorite moment
And
of the travel agency?
Right.
Is it the door?
what
It's the desk.
what tour would you take? Would you take a walking tour of the homeless? Okay. Would you take an American sweaty safari? Okay. Or would you take a nice scenic air balloon over the
Into the sun.
over no. A nice scenic balloon over the Wuhan virology lab. Well, these are the first. These are like the flagship tours on my website. What one stands out the most? Or would you like to take a one-on-one personal tour with a journalist in Ukraine? I just want to know what your favorite moment was. What was your favorite moment on the border in Ukraine?
I mean, it would probably be eye-opening, but I would also probably get shot.
Oh, what was your favorite moment in Wuhan?
3 seconds to
Oh.
speak Russian, otherwise you get shot.
What stands out to you in Wuhan? Oh.
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 You're never going to China.
Eh, China.
And by proxy,
Ooh.
I'm probably never going to China. Because
Woo.
I only have like
China.
neutral things to say.
I've never said anything bad.
I'm sitting next to you.
I've never said anything bad. I always say it's great.
I would be
I
carted
said
away
the
in
beautiful air
several
balloon
bags.
over Wuhan.
We've seen this before. I'd be in several garbage bags instantly.
I said Wuhan was beautiful.
Happened before, it'll
It's
happen
beautiful.
again. Okay, we don't know where
What?
he went. We don't know where he went.
What?
He went into the hotel, bags came out, nothing happened.
Oh, that was good.
Perfectly healthy,
Smooth.
but also no
Velvety.
longer a problem. Not crusty.
Very. I'm
Very.
crusty.
Yeah.
I'm crusty. I don't intake crusty. I outtake crusty.
Oh, it converts
I
everything to crust.
output crusty.
Output.
Now,
I'm not slapping where that mosquito
what are your
just went.
thoughts?
What?
What tour are you gonna take?
I've never been in a hot air balloon before.
Yeah.
And
Just wear a mask.
yeah, well, you're in the air so high.
True.
Surely you're not within like 2.5 meters of anyone.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
The bats.
They might have like a big they might the bats. I don't know. There's
The
no,
birds and the bats.
But they might have a
are
big
like,
exhaust coming out of the virology lab that just they're just trying to get it out there, just expel a bit of it. They're like, whoopsie, let's get it out. Whoopsie. And you're up there on your balloon, like, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. Ugh. That kung pao chicken's getting to me. Ugh. Next minute, got a little Rona. China brought so many gifts to the world. And what a gift. What a gift. And that's why we're going to take you. We're going to take you on a beautiful, scenic air tour over the lands of Wuhan. Are you taking that tour? Are you getting on that ship?
Sure.
What's the deal with culture?
I mean, lightning striking twice too, because surely it wouldn't happen in the same place a second time. Everyone would have to be like, well,
Maybe they got another...
we fucked up here, so we've
Yeah.
got to like relocate. So
There
I
are
feel
no
kinda-
mistakes.
I feel kind of safe.
Are there?
Yeah, they're like change location. You know, you don't want to like do the same shit.
Well,
in the same place twice.
what's more likely? Rona from Wuhan Virology Lab or Rona from 5G cell towers?
5G. Every
It's either
time-
one of them, people. It can't be anything else.
It's got to be 5G. It's got to be 5G.
Why would you say
Okay.
something so
Melting
brave?
our brains.
melting our brains?
It's the microwaves and it's the 5G.
It's changing how we think.
Yeah,
It's changing what we think about.
yeah.
For some reason, it's programming me to want to have air balloon tours of Wuhan. I want to take people to Ukraine. I just do.
Yeah.
It's my dream.
Yeah.
Could you deny that? Imagine if you're a starlight child, right? You don't have the best outlook, and
Okay.
you have one wish.
What does that mean? Oh,
You have one wish, and they're like, "What is it, my boy? What would you like to do?" And he's
we're
like,
talking about space so
I
much, I didn't know even.
"Want to go to Ukraine now, right now." And they're like, look, what else would you like? No, they can think about what else would you like, sonny?
I mean, it's probably the
I
last
want
thing
to
you
go
would
to Ukraine. They're like, I suppose we could arrange it.
do. Give the kid what they want.
You got to give the kids what they want, you know? I want to set... I don't even know if I can go through it.
What?
I want to set some homeless people on fire. It's like, look, Timmy, I know you're sick. We can't just do anything you want.
already cancelled. You can't cancel you again.
I
What have the homeless done to you this week?
nothing. I just
Who did
Timmy
Who did you
Or
trip
Jimmy.
over on the street due
or
to your own
Kenny.
carelessness?
I don't know. It was someone with a Y on the end of their
Oh.
name who's very sick.
Yeah.
He wanted to do it,
Nikki.
and it's like Nikki.
Coconut.
What? And it's just like, would you say no to a sick kid
Never.
with his final wish?
I mean,
It's like I'd be like, Jimmy, all right, mate. Here's your flamethrower. Let me strap it to your back. Here, you're gonna need some flame retardant gloves. That thing can get hot. Here's a face shield, my man. Off you go. Are you not gonna give a sick kid a beautiful dream?
not like that. Not like this.
Not like
Not
this.
like this.
Not like this. What if?
Kenny, Jimmy, whatever, Joey needs to make like a short list of things.
So
that
if
don't
it's your
involve-
job, right? You sit down, you got your notepad, and it's like, right, what is your final wish? Right? And and they're like, I mean, I've come up with two pretty good ones. I mean, what do you got? Have you got anything on there you want to say?
Crusty semen.
Right.
Like that's all I got. Space frigate.
Yeah.
Crusty sea dog.
Right.
Beautiful children.
Oh.
Psychedelic pirate.
Well, I mean, Grandma.
Coastal town giraffe.
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
Coastal town.
Psychedelic frigate.
Yes.
Oh my
In
God.
space.
Oh, what if you could what if they were like the final wish
I want. Yes.
I
This is the
want
final wish. I
to
like
get
it.
fucked up? Okay, not
Oh.
not like that, but
Ooh.
like psychedelic mushrooms on the frigate.
Mm.
That I would be like, go for it, Granny.
Yes.
Go for it.
Sisyllabum.
Get those semen. Okay.
Out there in
Get
space
it out there
on a
in
frigate.
space. Oh my god.
Hell yeah! And you're like seeing what you think of giraffes
Yeah. Is this
floating
what happens
around,
when-
and you're like, my god, them pirate giraffes are gonna take over our space frigate.
Again, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is that what happens when they get like beamed back up into the spaceship?
I haven't seen it.
There's just all these like
I've never been that down.
what's the other word for semen that isn't like disgusting? Like the Navy guys, except they're dressed up in psychedelic gear in the ship. And there's giraffes.
You like my submarine?
Damn straight.
It's long, hard, and full of semen.
Wonderful.
I don't know what. There is no other name. They're either seamen or they're not on sea. They're not out there.
Sure, someone would know.
No one knows because no one would ever dare utter a different noun. Now look.
Okay. I don't know where that idea
It's
was
a
going,
big,
but
beautiful wish. But how do you grant it? Maybe if you just give them enough LSD
Enough
and
morphine.
and like a picture of a frigate in space, they'll think they're there.
you just put things in their room, get them like a sundial with a little ship
Just a
on it.
VR helmet.
Yeah, a VR helmet. Get some cornstarch
I'm
and
on
some
a
water
frigate.
and like mix it up and like
I can see the frigate. It's beautiful.
cast it on them so they're just like they're feeling a bit wet and sticky and get them on the morphine.
You know what's beautiful about this?
What?
You don't have to be dying.
What
I feel
are we
like this is
doing?
a good idea.
What
What
are
are we
we
doing
doing
here doing a
after
podcast?
here?
What are we doing after this?
Gonna get the cornstarch, I guess.
DMT frigate.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is dimethyltryptamine frigate.
Frigate. We're going
I'm-
like straight in. Hey?
I'm on
Like,
board.
On board.
I'm on board. Shoot me through a cannon
Nice.
onto a frigate.
Onto a frigate.
You could have a big old cannon on a frigate that shoots you into space. That's what it's going to feel like. And I'm on board. I'm on board.
It's good. I don't know what to say to that.
What can you say? It's a beautiful thing.
LSD frigate.
LSD frigate.
LSD frigate. I mean, like,
Why would you not?
is it free? I'll take
Is anything free?
if it's free.
It's-
if it's a complimentary LSD frigate,
It's
I'm not gonna lie.
there's a small fee, right? But the proceeds go to a good cause,
the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
keeping the homeless on the streets. Now, it's a good cause. Hey, would you still go on it if that's where the proceeds go? Yes, yes you would. How you going with your little drinky poo?
It's oh my
Oh
god.
damn, that's like that thing's sloshing around. Craft your
Yeah.
slice of the universe. I say, get to it.
Feel good.
Get to it.
Oh, they're still there.
They're still there, but
They
but-
listen to everything.
it's like, excuse
Sure.
me,
Oh
You're
my
so rude.
gosh.
You're
This
so
was
rude. Could you not leave?
Private,
Go away.
depressed conversation. Okay.
I just.
You're allowed to feel like a blip sometimes, but you're an important little blip. Okay.
You're a big, beautiful blip.
Okay. It might not even be 100 years. It might be only like 60 years. That's a precious 60-year little blip.
The thing with me is that I'm not a blip. I mean, I'm a big.
You're a fucking firecracker.
I'm a big, disgusting blimp.
Yeah.
Not a blip. I'm a blimp.
The extra
I'm
M.
a gelatinous
McDonald's.
orb.
You put the golden arches in blip and you get
Right.
blimp. That's
Right.
big. Yeah.
The Macca's in blip.
Secret sauce.
I'm huge.
I know.
I'm rotund. I'm disgusting.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I thought you were full of self-love just a minute ago.
That's off camera. Now,
Oh my god.
that's just.
No, but even at the start, you were like, I am in a relationship. I've been on a journey. And you know what I found? Myself. And I like what I see. I like myself. That's not a really good impression.
it was good. I'm a little bit.
Really good?
I'm a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit.
Oh, I like myself.
I like
I've been
myself.
on a
I
journey.
like what I see.
I like what I see.
I like it very much.
I like.
It's
I look
hot
great.
stuff. I look great. I'm the captain of a frigate.
Crusty.
I'm crusty.
Sea dog.
Crusty sea dog.
Gelatinous.
Gelatinous. I'm huge. And I like what I see.
I'm massive.
So big.
No, I'm massive.
I'm massive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Literally not.
Really?
Literally. Teeny little.
Hey, are you serious?
He's a twig.
Are you freaking serious?
He's like the toothpick that you like clean your teeth out
Shut up!
after eating your McNuggets. After you eat your McNuggets.
I'm huge.
You grab a little toothpick and you pick your teeth with it.
I'm huge.
Pick the grease out from between your teeth, and that little grease coated
I'm a man.
toothpick is
I'm a big man.
your SJ. I was tempted to get a lint rabbit today.
Oh, no. Lint rabbit.
To get you a bell.
Yes.
If I knew that this sweet 17
Was
was
the
going
final
to
one.
be the final one, I would have gotten you the lint rabbit. I would have gotten you like multiple lint rabbits.
Ah,
Would I get like the holy trinity of lint rabbits? You got
I feel like I'm freaking melting.
and you could eat the ears off all of them.
I feel like a chocolate rabbit.
Because that's the best part, the ears. Do you like
Yes,
the ears?
yes.
Yeah, you could
The ears
just
are the best. Just
you
eat
could
the ears off all the
Eat
rabbits.
the little ears off the rabbits and compare the lint chocolate.
Ah, I can't believe you said I'm not massive.
Fuck. Do you
I can't
have
believe you said I'm not massive. I'm massive.
only like cake though? It's like,
Oh!
he's like scrawny, like above the waist,
Oh!
and then he's just like got that dump truck ass. Like he barely fits in the seat.
It's a
like,
slab.
It's hanging out the sides of the seat. Okay.
I mean, it's comfortable.
Dummy thick.
It's luxurious back there.
Okay.
Let me tell ya.
Cakey. It's like when you watch the cake
Womp, womp.
rise and it
Oh, yeah.
like the muffin that explodes out of the tin.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Like the mushroom clad muffins.
Muffin man.
When you put a
Ooh.
little bit too much dough, too much cake mix in, and then it like steadily like rises over the size of the cake cupcake tin. Okay.
Just add flour and stir.
It's getting too big. It's getting too big.
Dense.
And it's starting to collide with the other muffins, and you're like, shit, they're gonna stick
Moist.
together. I'm gonna end up with like a loaf muffin,
Moist.
muffin bread,
Moist.
ass,
Dense.
dense
Thick.
ass, thick ass,
Chonky.
chunky.
Feel the chonk.
Hell yeah, chocolate
Now-
chip, chunky muffin. We need a shirt for you. That just
After
says,
the end, let's reflect. The week ahead, I need you to grip tight. Hold your thighs. Shut your mouth. Maybe close your eyes. Brace yourself for the week ahead. Think forward. Maybe look back, but not too far. Don't look too far. Remember what's behind you. Mostly look forward. Because this is the
terrifying.
final time. You're not going to have me next week. You're not going to have me the week after.
shook.
You're not going to have me the week after that.
They're
So
gonna
for,
get
so for the
separation
weeks,
anxiety.
yeah, I know, the weeks ahead, remember the good times. Because these have been the good old days.
What's gonna happen, Crusty Sea Dog?
This crusty old sea dog is parting ways.
Not forever.
He's saying, land ahoy to new horizons.
What happened to
Episode
25?
episode 17 has been great. Episode 17 has been great. It's been a big, beautiful podcast, and I mean, we could wrap up with whatever we have going on here. I suppose coastal town children, right?
Are they beautiful?
It's a sad and terrific story. Really?
What happens?
Well, I may have mentioned briefly that I had my heart broken in a coastal town.
For reals.
Right. And, maybe that resulted in coastal town children. And it's just something to reflect on. Now, let's say you go...
Are you paying out?
You go on a space safari. Right?
Is this
You're
where the
out
giraffe came in?
there. You're out there in space.
Yeah.
A psychedelic giraffe roaming space. Right? Maybe
we
it's
go.
a pirate. Whatever. I don't know.
Hot.
I don't know.
I like it.
I don't know. Maybe you're out there on a frigate. In the future, will there be space frigates? Would there not be?
Probably a slightly different design.
Sure, it might not have the beauty of the aquatic seaman frigate. But you'll have spacemen, former seamen. And they will be on a frigate. On a big, fantastic space frigate.
Warships in space. I mean, it's been the fantasy for a long time now, hasn't it? They'll make it happen.
Star Trek was all about taking seamen and putting them in space.
Guns in space.
Yeah, you explore,
Space.
humanity explored the oceans. And now you want to get them in space.
Seamen shooting loads
Shoot
in space.
a load of seamen into space, people.
Yes, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Shoot them.
Okay.
Big old load.
And everyone watch out. 'cause
Drop 'em
that
off.
shit's Flying around everywhere.
Drop
and
your
you don't
buoys
know
off.
Where it's gonna go.
Drop them off.
Buoys ain't dropping. Buoys are floating.
Evacuation.
Anti-gravity buoys.
Fug. Evacuate. Anti-gravity buoys. The buoys want gravity. They won't float. They need gravity.
They would float. That's the point.
Yeah, but they would float too much. Well, they're not buoyant. They're unrestricted, but they're not buoyant.
I think they are.
Buoyancy is a balance of air and friction.
That is buoyant.
And gravity.
Yeah.
No.
The only thing that's holding the buoys down, I presume, as someone who doesn't have buoys, is that gravity. Okay. You don't get that sweater chunk effect in space. Okay. Buoy's gonna be up there.
But the buoys, they won't activate.
Grandma buoy's gonna be flying around.
Yes.
Imagine space nonnas. Okay.
Space nonnas. Up there.
Cannibal space nonnas. Okay.
My nonna tastes a lot better than your nonna.
Yeah.
My nonna.
But the flat buoy
My nonna.
pancakes are gonna be for real,
Oh.
floating. They're gonna be flapping around. Okay, every time the nonna.
My nonna's space pancakes are better than yours.
Like in the pool, how you grip the side of the pool and you push off and you pretend to be like, choo, you go through the water, you're Spider-Man or whatever, or mermaid, whatever your preference is. I don't judge. But
I do.
Space nonnas, they're gonna be holding the side of the ship, launch off at each other. Okay, when they're in this death match.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nonna versus Hungry American.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Who's got the fluffier buoys?
Yes.
The buoy cam in space.
But the buoys, they won't activate.
Why not? What do you mean?
They need gravity.
No, because the movement, okay. They're not artificial. Maybe you look at the fake buoys where they're just plastered on and
No, you're talking about.
There's natural movement.
You're talking
skin,
about. You're talking about
There's
life
skin.
preservers. I'm talking about buoys.
Buoys, yeah.
No.
They're gonna be fucking.
I'm talking
moving.
about.
That's
You're talking about
movement.
life preservers. I'm talking about buoys.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true.
They don't work. Even on LSD, they won't work.
Wow.
I mean, you can be out there and you could be seeing space giraffes, and that could really do something for you. But the buoys won't activate.
That's just sad.
Unless I suppose you fling the whole spaceship and it spins like you get the fake gravity.
What do you have to do to get the buoys?
You got to get the gravity.
The gravity.
That's what you need.
So Isaac Newton invented buoys. The buoy king. Get it?
Yeah, he wrote about it.
Buoy. Yeah.
It's like one of his laws. Newton's law of buoy activation.
Were those apples he was looking at? Was it really apples?
I mean, he was looking at those apples.
He was creeping. He was watching a lady out for a jog and he's like, now, gravity, buoys.
It's like money. And you're like, I don't have cash. It's like, it's okay. I take card.
Yeah. And again, I kind of get it because everyone's a stingy asshole.
It's okay, I take card.
Like, the grain of salt being that everyone hates everyone and everyone's kind
Tap
of
and go,
dick.
people. Tap and go.
Yeah, when people are like, oh, the minimum donation is
Credit
like
or savings.
$10. Like,
Minimum donation.
No one wants
There's a surcharge
No one wants $2, and no
on
one
donations under $25.
No one just wants you to buy them a meal anymore. It's always like, I have PayPal, Ko-Fi, Venmo, and literally they'll follow you into a business while you're sitting down eating, or they'll follow you into the toilet. You can be mid shit, and they'll be like, I take card. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be holding the thing under the
hand
stall.
under the stall.
Tap and go, please.
Absolutely.
I'm hungry.
Minimum $10.
Yeah. Also,
minimum.
there's a surcharge
Okay.
on under 25.
Yeah.
50% surcharge.
Yeah. Imagine if I did that to like every person I saw in my job.
Why not? Just be like,
I would be getting paid more.
Tip.
I don't get paid
Tip.
shit. Yeah. Oh
Tip.
my god. Tip.
give us a tip.
Go back to the restaurant, okay?
Give us a tip.
Absolutely. Plastic surgery.
I need it.
Get the big buoys.
I want it.
Get the more tips. Okay, tips from everyone.
I'll have buoys at hand.
Absolutely. Don't even cover them. Have them out.
Hey, if I'm going to get them, I'm going to use them. They're going to be out there.
Femboy Hooters. Is that going to be you?
Femboy.
Buoys out at Femboy
Is that a
Hooters.
restaurant idea?
Should be.
Should be a food truck.
I mean, in Thailand, they have the Muscle Man restaurant. Like,
That's no good.
literally, no, like buoys out, like dancing on you.
Buoys.
Yeah.
Muscle man.
Boy
Muscle
buoys.
man buoys.
Absolutely.
I don't want boy buoys.
You never know until you try. Honestly, if you put on a
I-
blindfold and Kim came up
That's
to you
like-
and Kim Jong was like, how do you feel?
Hey.
You didn't know who they belonged to.
I didn't say supreme buoys.
But you put your hands out and you felt supreme
I didn't
buoys.
say supreme
You
buoys.
wouldn't, yeah.
No, but like.
But
no,
anyway.
I would know.
Cash App, Venmo, that kind of stuff. And it's like people just demand things.
Even
from
the
you.
skin of a male is wrong. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can only get it once.
Okay, because I wouldn't know. There are so many times where I'd be like, Mom, Dad, I feel
It's
disgusting.
shit.
And they would be like, fuck you.
It's shit.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. They'd be like, we don't care if you're sick. Literally gets hand, foot, and mouth disease. My palms are itching. And they're like, fuck you. Go to sleep.
It's like, it's true,
Yeah.
like, cooties are real.
They're real.
They're real.
And your parents don't care. They're just like, we've got work to do. We've got lives to live. Go back to your room. Suffer in silence, please. And they send you to school and you're like, go in there and you got your blisters on your hands. And they're like, this is a disease outbreak. Okay, that you are leading to a mini pandemic in school. Go home. You get sent home with a notice saying that you're diseased and you're in quarantine. And your parents are like, oh, okay. Do you get an apology for them hitting you? No. No, you don't. Back in my day, that's what happened to Grandma. Yeah.
Jeez.
But parents are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
They're all the same. Everyone's the same.
I mean, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
You have coastal town kids and you beat them.
Beat them.